When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So we got to get back to
Stanley felt
one of the early endings we
butterflies
did.
in his stomach.
Wait for the phone to ring, and then we unplug the
Stanley
phone.
took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. Oh, no, you can't. Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes, mate.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that?
I pulled the plug, mate, with my hand.
You chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible. Let me double check. No, it's definitely here, clear as day. Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits. Not picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No, that's not possible. I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner?
Check DMs.
You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
Which account?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices. And to think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real world.
You're the one that said to JOI. Relax, mate.
Did you not grasp the severity of the situation? Well, I won't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world.
Your excuse, my friend.
This helpful instructional video.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice.
Right.
He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better for all people. Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make? Remember that unlike here, the real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real. Allow the person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking. Turn to a partner and practice saying, "My goodness, is it 4:30? I'm supposed to be having a back, sack, and crack." Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision-making process.
Oh, so you just watch it on silent then, do you?
Professionals recommend making
That's
at least
interesting.
8 choices per day.
That's a new one.
Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant contribution to the world, just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant, and the feeling should subside. At this time, your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on good decision-making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
Okay.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems this place is not well equipped to deal with reality.
Okay.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late.
Cheers, Jeff.
Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why? For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that? I can't erase that knowledge. I'll have to live with it forever, reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know. What's the answer? What do I do? What do I do? What do I... No, I have to. I have to shut the game down. I have to. I have to.
Damn. That's another ending.
I'm here.
Oh.
I'm still here.
There's still more to this
here in this
ending.
pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed. It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see? Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley? He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Oh, really?
That thought hadn't even occurred to you, had it? That there's a world outside of you? You're a child.
I'm 29, actually.
Oh, my story. If you'd just gone through the door on the left, you would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life.
It's a different
Shocked,
boss's room now.
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability, he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Night Shark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still work?
Night Shark
There was only
115.
one way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
What, do I have to... Night Shark 115, do I have to say it? Night Shark 115.
Stanley spoke the code.
Oh shit, it worked.
Night Shark 115.
PS5's
He spoke his into the
built-in speakers, yeah?
receiver right there
I
on
never
the
turned that
wall.
on, I turned it on just now. Do you hear that in the game? That's what I'm curious about.
I'm sorry, is there a problem? You didn't mishear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
Night Shark 115.
Okay, fine, you're not going to do it, but you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do. I asked you for this one
guess it's meant
single
to have.
thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take a story seriously. If you didn't want to see what I had to show you, then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered
Bloody
the
hell,
door
we're
on
in the
his left.
Matrix. So is that what Stanley looks like, yeah? Bloody hell.
Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Damn.
Stanley, this is important. The story needs you. It needs you to make a decision. It cannot exist without you. Do you understand me? Whatever choice you make is just fine. They're both correct. You cannot be wrong here. We can work together. I'll accept whatever you do. I simply need you to take that step forward, please. Choose. Do something. Anything. This is more important than you can ever know. I need this. The story needs it. So, you hear me? Are you there? Are you listening to this? Stanley, are you there? Okay. It's okay, I can wait. You need time to decide. Time to make sure your choice is correct. That is the best choice. That's all right. I'll wait for you to decide what's the right thing to do. Take as much time as you need.
Man sounds so sad. Bloody hell.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly
So the next
well.
one we do another jump
Perhaps he
off
wanted
the
to stop
elevator.
by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand,
Apparently nothing
majestic,
much is different.
perhaps, but eager
It's
to
just
get
that you
back
do
to
another
business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and
Well, that's that
plunged to
ending.
his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Alright, so there's one more right door ending. Well, there's 2 that we missed out on, but I skipped them on purpose. Zending ending. What on earth is that?
Someone was following
Okay,
Stanley.
elevator
He
again.
was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time. Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, you didn't.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So you got to get onto that catwalk,
Look,
basically.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy,
When exactly do we do it?
really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you...
Oh shit! I missed it.
...eagerness to prove that he is in control
Oh
of the
shit!
story, and no one
Shit.
gets to tell him what to do.
I was meant to jump onto
Stanley
that.
leapt from the platform and plunged
I have to do it
his
again.
death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Bloody hell.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Meanwhile, George
What could it
quoting me
mean?
in the comments.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. It was okay.
It was okay.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
It's meant to get onto that catwalk there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been... What?
Yes!
Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but
Yeah,
I
his voice
really
broke
do
there.
want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Wait, hang on. Okay.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution.
I'm just not even...
Here, let me show you.
I'm pressing the same direction as the analog stick, just holding it down. It just goes round in perfect circle. That was pretty cool.
What do we want? What are we looking for? Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy.
Very colourful. Very colourful indeed. Okay.
No, wait. Where are you going?
To the staircase.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what
And then you
no!
jump. Right.
Oh, thank God. You lived. No. No, no. What are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this?
Wait, I'm confused.
Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you do that for me?
Oh, so you got to keep going till the game resets. Right.
My God. Is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You were literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy.
We're not killing ourselves, though, are we? We're being revived like a second later.
Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over?
There
It's
you go.
going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
So there's this arts ending. I'm gonna explain the two that we're skipping. So those colored doors with those that red and blue door. That's part of like two other endings. So one of them is you go through the blue door 3 times, and then you go back to the original room here, and then when you go back to the part where there's 2 doors again, there'll be a 3rd door. You go through that 3rd door, and there's a thing called the baby game. I don't know what the baby game is, but apparently you need to play the baby game for 4 hours, and at the 2-hour mark, the narrator will add in a second button you need to press. So that's why I didn't do it. I'm just like, okay, it takes a bit of time to play that ending. If you fail the baby game at any point, you receive the game's ending instead. And the game's ending is another ending, which is what happens in this one. You explore some new areas, and there's a Rocket League goal for some reason. Bro, what? You basically like find different areas. Like so there's like references to other games, it seems. There's a Minecraft one in another person's video. You enter other game worlds, and then one of them's Rocket League. And I think you enter one of the goals to leave, or something. He actually gets to play Rocket League. What on earth? And you jump down there. That's interesting. Very interesting indeed. Okay. So now we've done the door endings, apart from the two I just explained.
Stanley had never seen the
434.
office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was.
He'll ask us a question. Apparently we just click on the window and he'll ask us a question. Wait, what? Let me check if I'm doing it right. You just walk through it.
At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard
definitely
this
looks like it,
narration
mate.
and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural
There's
narrative
three more endings after
So,
this. One of
now
them we
that
can't
you're
even
here,
do.
What do you think? Isn't
Because
this
it's a different
fun and
edition of the
unique
game,
place to
not the
be?
original version.
Why don't we take a minute just
This
to
is the
drink
Ultra
it all in?
Deluxe edition.
Okay, I'm over it now.
That's why
What
there's
do you
new
think? Are
content.
you sick of this gag yet?
So then what do you...
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just restart the game any old
what-
time
why are you
want.
gagging?
Like right
Chord,
now.
what's going on?
You could have done it just then. Now would also be an appropriate time to quit. Any of these points and so many, many more, all of them are appropriate. I'm enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So, just to push the envelope, I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be
sounded like
told,
Stewie Griffin
he was
there.
not very old.
Manly.
And was quite particularly gangly. What Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton.
Why does it sound like
Did it
Stewie?
all day in a meaningful way. But his brain had long ceased to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will become quite unbearable. You too will become quite unbearable.
So... Windows there. Okay.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we gotta be? You know you'll have a good time wherever you're with me. Let's take it